American injustice on steroids. So, more disturbing headlines that should make every hardworking American do double takes. I was in my car when I heard a magistrate in D.C. committed an unforgivable act when he apologized to a person caught in the act of trying to assassinate the president and members of his cabinet. I was screaming out loud in my car in anger. A magistrate is an employee of the court system who hears motions and generally supports the judges of the various courts. The D.C. federal judges are notoriously made up of the whack left. The judges are appointed for life, so they have to be impeached, not fired. Those whack judges appointed this magistrate. Since magistrates are employees, I call for discipline for this loser clown up to and including firing. His name is Zia M. Faruqi, who holds 2 degrees from Georgetown, previously regarded as an elite university. Obviously, not so much today. The accused assassin was held in a 5-point restraint, which is normal for critical prisoners. This seems reasonable considering the seriousness of the crimes he committed and attempted to commit. He had also been held on suicide watch for several days prior to his hearing. So this clown magistrate is quoted as saying, "Whatever you've been through, I apologize for the prior week." Incredibly, Faruqi compared the detention circumstances to the incredible injustice done to the majority of the J6 protesters. There is simply no comparison between the crimes of this person relative to the protesters. He shot a federal officer, fortunately, in his bulletproof vest. Otherwise, that officer would be dead. How can you apologize to this person? I will not mention the name of the piece of trash who is accused of shooting a federal officer and trying to rush into the Washington correspondents' dinner with weapons in hand. There's no need to give him any fame, as that might have been his deranged objective all along. How about this from the AG of Minnesota, Keith Ellison? He has presided over the incredible level of fraud in Minnesota along with his buddy Tampon Timmy. He has reached a no prison time deal with a fraudster who's accused of, get this, stealing $11 million of our tax dollars in a long-running Medicaid fraud scheme. Part of this sweetheart deal from Ellison is that the convict gives back $2.2 million. What about the other $9 million? Supposedly, the deal will include him helping to bring down the alleged mastermind who is believed to have fled to the country of Kenya. Yeah, that guy was accused of millions in fraud, and a judge gave him bond despite the prosecution asking them not to do so. So now he's in another country, and I doubt there will ever be a recovery or bringing this guy back. And to tie a ribbon on this week of injustice, then there's the story of an alleged murderer here in Houston, Texas. He's accused of murdering his pregnant wife. Yep, some whack judge let him get off on bond and an ankle monitor. So he cut off the monitor and fled to Italy with a fake passport. Italy realized the passport was fake, so they arrested him. That's the good news. But now they may refuse extradition back to the USA due to the possibility that this poor baby might get the death penalty for murdering his pregnant wife. So, another mess created by our broken justice system. I'll report on these and other whack judges every week if I have to, as this has to stop now. We Americans deserve judges who will respect the rights of victims, not kiss up to criminals. Since federal judges have to be impeached, I call for taxpayers to start putting the spotlight on such judges and demanding impeachments. For state court judges, start reviewing their records and voting against soft-on-crime judges. Time for justice to serve the victims and our society. Thanks for listening to this episode of Saving America, and we want to remind you that I do have 2 books out. Decline of America is my first book where I talk about the American presidency during the American Empire from Wilson through Obama, and we will be coming out in the future with a sequel which will include chapters on Biden and Trump, of course. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your feedback and concerns. And remember, you can always like, comment, and subscribe right below. And if you've got any ideas for a specific episode or topic, be sure to let us know in the comments. And we generally not only read all the comments, we try and take action based on them. And you can also see us at our website, drdavesavesamerica.com.